Hello and welcome to my drum tutorial of how to play jazz drums. I'll teach you triplets and how to play many things on the drums on jazz. So stay tuned for that. Now, when you play jazz, there's triplets involved in the ride, and usually it sounds something like spang, spang-a-lang, 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 that kind of feel. And when you play it, it should sound something like this. As you can see, it sounds like that. Spang, spang-a-lang, spang-a-lang, spang-a-lang. And if you want to speed it up a bit more and make it sound a bit more, spazzy with the more spedazzle in it, it sounds something like this. Now, if you want to, do what you gotta do on jazz and add more things to it, you need to add the kick now. You need to feather it. What does feathering mean? This means feathering. Just put your feet right at the end of the kick, right at the end, where you feel that little piece of metal sticking to your toe. That's when you feel that's correct to play the kick drum on the jazz, and this is how it's supposed to sound. Why do I think it should sound like that? Well, I don't think it. It's just, it's stapled on the jazz community that you should feather the drum kick. Why? Because it should be below the bass player. Because the bass player is the one keeping you, the track of what it's supposed to sound. And when you play that feathering drum technique, it sounds really awesome mixing with the bass player and your kick drum. And when you play it, it should sound something like this. And as you can see, it's really low. It's really right there, just sitting there. And it should be like that, so the bass player can have his fun and play their grooves. And if you want to, continue making the jazz drum beat sound a bit better, add the hi-hat. It should sound something like this. Now we're getting a bit closer to what the jazz drum beat should sound. And last but not least is the snare. Snare plays on 2 and 4. And it's going to sound complete, it's going to give you more power, and this is how it sounds. See, it sounds way better when you add all the stuff in, all the elements to make that jazz drum beat. Now, if you want to spice it up, you can do variations on the snare or on the kick, like something like this. It sounds a bit better when you spice it up, when you change the tempo, change the beat, change the rhythm in the sections that you're playing. Now, if you want to hear how it sounds, a full jazz drum beat with fills and everything, it should sound something like this. And there you have it. It sounds really fun when you play all the stuff with the fills, with the triplets, with all the parts and elements that a jazz drum beat should have. And that's about it. That's basically what I gotta teach you. And I hope you learned something. And if not, you can watch it again, replay whatever you don't understand, and keep on going. Because jazz is a journey. Jazz is a ride, like a roller coaster. It can be fun, but sometimes it can be tedious, and you gotta think a little bit mathematical on all your beats. But most of the time, it's just letting yourself flow, letting yourself slide with the beat, with the bass. Let everything grow through your body. Let everything be what it should be, because if you're playing from the heart on the jazz, your soul just goes. And that's just about it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side. Adios, amigos! Check out my other videos. Subscribe and click on the bell to get notified.